podcast was filmed live from undisclosed locations. There was no drug use in this program. If you have a weak heart, watch something else. If you're racist, bye. The jokes we may make are simply that, jokes. So if you can't handle us or you're too young, don't watch, because we definitely don't want to get banned. To sum it up, America, fuck yeah.
What's up, folks? It's Moose here. Y'all know the drill. Time to go over some of this week's most recent headlines that have stood out to me. First things first, the British band Gorillaz announces a new collaboration with rapper Schoolboy Q. This will be the first collaboration between the two. Pretty excited to see where things go from here, as I enjoy both artists quite a bit. And moving on from that, we have a bunch of Disney World employees that were arrested due to a child pornography sting. This was involved 16 men in Central Florida. Two of them, were Walt Disney World employees, not all 16. My apologies for the misconception there. These gentlemen have been charged with a collective 1,409 felonies for possession and distribution of child pornography. Well, I don't have much to say about that other than good riddance, and may they burn. That's it. Another musical collaboration, Method Man announces joint album with Mobb Deep's Havoc. The album's title will pay homage to Old Dirty Bastard and Prodigy. This is definitely exciting news for hip-hop fans. Both Method Man and Havoc are pretty much legends in the craft, so we're really looking forward to seeing what happens here at the Dopeish family. Moving on again, Roger Stone, who recently had his felony sentence commuted by President Donald Trump, called a black radio host in a Los Angeles interview a, quote, Negro on the air. I'm going to be honest with you guys, knowing who Roger Stone is, the company that he keeps, and the things that he's done, I'm really not surprised about that at all. Let's see. Also involving the police, LSD packets, allegedly, were found attached to the doors at 4 St. Lawrence County police departments. And, it's 4 separate incidences which have occurred early Sunday morning. They were golden foil-looking packets contained with what has been field tested as the drug LSD. And the typed message, "Take a trip beyond the pig pen," was on the front of these packages. Excuse me. 2 men in Indiana have been charged in a July 4th attempted lynching and an alleged assault against a black man who was seen in a video being held against his will in the woods near a lake. Sean Purdy and Jerry Cox are charged with various crimes, including confinement and battery against the 36-year-old Bloomington man. Also, in recent news, in Portland, Oregon, the government has pretty much been snatching people up and putting them into unmarked law enforcement vehicles, which is pretty goddamn dystopian, if you ask me. It's caused quite a stir, both locally, of course, and nationally. So much so that Oregon senators, are demanding a probe into the paramilitary assaults. Senator Ron Wyden, is demanding to know what constitutional authority the Department of Homeland Security has to snatch protesters off the streets. Make no mistake, folks, this is one of the most glaring signs of a dictatorship and pure fascism that I have seen in my adult life. This is definitely something that has been uh, that you can look back towards in history and find examples of. Take, for example, Stalin. How many people did he just snatch up off the street and they disappeared? Needless to say, it's going to be very tumultuous to find out where this concludes. Donald Trump gave an interview on Fox News with Chris Wallace that was quite, how shall we say, me personally, I'd say it's entertaining. Um, yeah, anyway, Chris Wallace interviewed the president at the White House and on Friday, excuse me. And at one point, Wallace referenced the quote mean tweets that Trump posted about him and asked if the president understood his responsibilities as a reporter. And President Trump said, "I'm not a big fan of Fox, I'll be honest with you," which apparently is a surprising comment. Um, Also, when Christopher Wallace brought up various polls to show that Joe Biden was ahead of him in various different metrics, Trump said, "I'm not losing because those are fake polls." So, anything that goes against him, it's fake. Let's see. I guess I could close out the Moose Minutes with this very interesting story that is breaking. That a gunman has killed the son and wounded the husband of U.S. District Judge Esther Salas. So a gunman showed up to a federal judge's home dressed as a delivery driver and shot and killed her son when he answered the door, and then wounded her husband. The judge was not home, apparently. This occurred in North Brunswick in New Jersey. What's interesting about this case is the fact that the judge was presiding over an ongoing lawsuit brought by Deutsche Bank investors who claim that the company made false and misleading statements about its anti-money laundering policies and failed to monitor, quote, high risk, end quote, customers, including convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. So, this is a pretty startling turn of events. And let me also state for the record that this judge, was not some crony of a runaway administration by any means. This judge actually sentenced two parents to prison for various crimes, including bankruptcy fraud, tax evasion, and things of the like. But she staggered their sentences so that one of them would be available to take care of their four children. And in 2017, she barred federal prosecutors from seeking the death penalty against an alleged gang leader due to his mental or his intellectual disability. She did sentence him to 45 years in prison, excuse me. But again, she prevented them from seeking the death penalty. And make no mistake, myself and the rest of us here at Dopeish do not advocate for the murder of federal judges. However, if there was a judge to deserve this type of treatment, in my opinion, it would be the motherfucker that gave Brock Turner, the rapist, only 3 months in prison. So, that's my opinion. That's my hot take. I don't think that this judge deserved to be victimized in this way. And quite frankly, if you want my personal opinion, I think that this is a wet work job that's gone awry. But I won't delve too far into that. I'm supposed to keep this segment short and sweet. And lastly, closing out today's segment with some positive news. There appears to be an Oxford coronavirus vaccine that has induced strong immune response in early trial results. This is over across the pond at the University of Oxford. And the coronavirus vaccine developed by the university and AstraZeneca is safe and shows signs of inducing an immune response, occurred according to early clinical trials. Trial did not look at whether the vaccine prevents coronavirus, however, and that's a question that will be answered in trials that are currently ongoing. So, fingers crossed, we've got some good news on the horizon. Alrighty, guys. I've about ran up all my time here, so I'm going to end it now. It's a pleasure. Thanks for listening. This is Moose, and these have been the Moose Minutes.
I know exactly what you mean, man. But later on, I'm going to be going up there and everything, so I'll be giving you a call when I get there, though.
Hey.
Yeah.
Did you do your homework?
Not yet.
Well, you need to go do it now. And when you're finished, you need to go like and follow Dopeish on Facebook or no phone for a week.
This is bullshit!